I hate videos. Now you may be wondering, if I hate videos, what the heck am I doing here? Woohoo! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are in the world today. Welcome to Inspiration from Inga. My name is Inga, and I am the CEO and founder of We Got This Admin. I'm an executive administrative consultant and business coach. I am also part of a great organization called Heart to Heart Business. I sit on the executive board for that organization, and I'm also the executive director for the North American division of Heart to Heart Business. Welcome to my show, guys. If you're watching this live, please drop me a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to have you as part of my conversation. Also, please let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to hear. So, with that, I'm going to go to the comments and check who's here right now. So, we have Gail Robertson in the house. Good morning, Gail. Thank you for being here. It's awesome to have you tuning in. And Maria de Los Angeles Martinez Rodriguez. Good morning. Thank you for being here. It's awesome to have you here as well. We have Aya. She says, finally, the amazing people in one place. But I thought that happened on Wednesday, Aya, when you and I and some of our friends were live as well. So we're all amazing, and it's awesome to have you here as well. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Gabe. Thank you for being here. You are an inspiration to me. I don't know how you do it, but I'm so glad you do. Thank you for everything that you do for us live streamers. Good morning, Nasreen. Oh, good to see you. I feel emotional, guys. Sorry. And there's some networking happening in the comments already. Awesome, awesome. Gabe. Thank you for tagging a few people, Gail. Good morning, Raven. Good afternoon, actually. It's afternoon in South Africa. Thank you for being here. For those of you that don't know, Raven actually helps me to edit my videos. And she's only 13, but she's so great at it, and that's why I get her to help me. Thank you, Raven, for being here. It's awesome. Some more networking happening in the comments. Love it. Thank you, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Good morning, Charlene. Wow. Tuning in from Brooklyn, New York. Thank you, Charlene, for being here. Gabe is tuning in from Dallas, Texas. Good morning, Kindness Incorporator. Everybody that doesn't know, this is Elizabeth, and she's the Kindness Incorporator. It's awesome to have her in my close circle of friends. And if you're not connected, please do. Please connect with each other, guys, if you're not already doing that. Charlene, and Nasreen is tuning in from Durban, South Africa, my home country. Woohoo! Oh my gosh. Yes. All the amazing people in this house and in the comments. You guys are awesome. I just want to go through the comments quickly before I continue. And here we have David Chrysler. Good morning, David. David and I met through a networking group, and we We support each other. We are friends. So thank you for being here, David. Happy to have you. Some awesome networking happening and greeting each other. Thank you, guys. I see you and I want to acknowledge you. Oh, wow. Good day to you, Joanne, from the Philippines. Wow. Thank you for joining. Um, I recently ran a campaign called 40 for Inga, which was in celebration of my 40th birthday. Joanne was the first person to donate. And I want to acknowledge you, Joanne, and I want to say that I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And my dad and mom joining in from Gordons Bay in South Africa. Good afternoon to you. And some greeting again. So let's go back to the topic. If you have watched my introduction video, you would have seen a word that's not very common in the Western world. It is called Ubuntu. And what Ubuntu means is it means that I am because we all are. There's the definition for you. And this is why I'm focused on this topic, because I want to bring in my network and show everyone the power of networking and how we actually are able to achieve so much because of those that are around us. Because networking is the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. With that, I want to let you know, like if you've seen the thumbnail for this show, I will be bringing on my H2HB family. I'm so excited to showcase them. So let me bring on my first guest. Are you ready? Are you ready for him? Here we go. Good morning, Alden.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody?
I'm good, and it sounds like people in the comments are good too. Thank you.
I just
How are
want to say
you?
one thing to start off. I want to say hello to your parents and to
Oh,
congratulate them for raising such a fine, giving, heart centered young lady who's on the precipice of making incredible change, not only within herself, but out there in the world. Well done.
wow. Thank you. I'm emotional, of course. Thank you, Alden.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for bringing us all together. You know, H2HB wouldn't have been there without you. So I'd like you to talk a little bit about where the idea came from and why we're all here today, and what is the purpose of H2HB?
Okay. That's a good question. Well, the concept of H2HB came to get was born out of actually a very negative experience that I had with my previous job. And I was a former owner of International Language School that's here in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. And I had sold that business to the new ownership. And this was just before COVID happened. And then after COVID had come in, the new people had just started to take over the business, and it was quite stressful on them. So they were going down some roads that we had already gone down before, and we were just being very patient with them. We said, we just don't think that's the way to go. I know you're the new owners, but this is our experience with A, B, and C. So that turned out to be a really unfortunate way of introducing H2HB, because I would have liked to would have been a more positive transition, considering that these people really did have a tremendous amount of stress on their plate, because the international education business relies on international travel. And when the whole world gets shut down, basically it's it could be very detrimental to your business. So kudos to them. It's still going. My wife still works there. She's the academic director, and everything's going great. So in December of last year, I came up with the idea that there has to be a better way to do business. We want to do business in a more kinder, more inclusive, more respectful, and ultimately a more loving way. We want to bring spirituality and business together so people can better understand that there's more to life than just going to work and making a living and earning money. We want people to make money. Don't get me wrong. We're not about that. We just want people to understand that there's more to life than work. Come home, enjoy your family, make peace for yourself, create better communities, and be of service. That is basically the outline of what H2HB is.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Alden, for that explanation. What I would like to point out is there's often good that comes out of bad, right? There's often um, positivity that will be birthed from negativity.
Absolutely.
So I want to bring our attention to a phrase that we often see, we often hear, we often say, but this is really for me when I think about H2HB and how it was birthed. This is what I think of: out of the ashes we rise, right? Because it's such a beautiful concept. And yes, it did come from that experience, but that just goes to show you that for us to develop, to grow, we do have to experience hardship.
We have to go to those uncomfortable places.
Yes, we
We have to
absolutely do.
we have to move outside of our comfort zones. We know we talk about this quite a bit. We
Yes.
talk about giving people responsibilities. We talk about being able to empower each other, and that's kind of why we have the team that we have now, which
Yeah.
wasn't the original team, by the way. The
Yeah.
original team, there was two wonderful people, great supporters of ours, still out there in the world, but one of them during a critical time got COVID, which was very horrible. And that was a young lady in Colombia. And of course, we have our friend Eater, who was immersed in all kinds of other things at that time, but who's still a great supporter of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was still sort of working between two jobs. I was formulating the ideas for H2HB, but I was still finishing up my work at Eurocenters Atlantic Canada. And I got in touch with my worldwide network out there, two of which is the talented John Martínez and my newly acquired friend on LinkedIn, Donah Leynes, who is also a language teacher. So I had this great network of international educators already out there who were suddenly in a little bit of a waiting period of their own, and were looking for something big to do, looking for something to
Yeah.
be able to throw their energies into. And thankfully for me, they decided to come on board. And then once we were doing that, we were formulating what H2HB was. I noticed this woman out there just knocking it dead on LinkedIn. And I said, I want to see if that person is interested in looking after Canada for H2HB. And of course, that's when I texted you and said, hey, how about joining us? And I said, let's not talk about it right now. Take a week, think about it. Thank
Mhm.
God you thought about it. And here we are.
And I'm so grateful that you asked me. Um, I'll tell you a little secret. I've been getting a lot of weird messages from people on LinkedIn. And, especially during that time and even now. And I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, who is this when you messaged me? And we talked for a little bit. And I
Mm-hmm.
still, the thing is, the pattern that people actually have when they're trying to catfish you on LinkedIn is
Mm-hmm.
they get to know you a little bit, and then they want to take the communication elsewhere, right? And
Mm-hmm.
my friend Gail has experienced this in TikTok, so
Mm.
I know that this is a thing that people do. So when you said, "Oh, let's talk on on another platform," I was like, "Oh, who is this?" And I was very skeptical, but I'm so glad that I listened and I signed up because, man, it has been an incredible journey.
Yeah.
Before we bring on our next guest, let's go to the comments. It's blowing up.
Mm.
So let me go. Uh, okay. So there's some amazing networking happening in the comments. Um, Elizabeth is saying hi to Joanne, and Aya says she's looking forward to a great conversation. Thank you, Aya.
Hi, Aya.
Of course, Nasreen is saying hi to my mom and dad, and Gail says hi to David because the power of networking. Gail and I and David are all connected with one another.
Mm.
Um, yeah, Charlene says good morning, Alden.
Good morning, Charlene. Let's
And
connect.
there's gonna be a few people now, so hold
Mhm.
on to your seat. Yes, yes, my sister.
That's
She's
Nazreen, who's my today's Let's Connect post was inspired by Nazreen Adam.
she's an amazing being, another
Mhm.
amazing being, and she's also part of our H2HB family. Here we go. Elizabeth says, nice surprise, Alden. And this is my friend from the Philippines. Her name is Charmy, and I actually want to put her in touch with you, Donna. So let's get that happening.
I love the name.
Oh, good. Thank you, Thank you, Charlene. That's so sweet of you guys. Amazing morning to you, Alden from Aya.
There's another person we want on the team.
Yes. Honestly, Aya, you have a heart of gold and you add so much value. Like you say, you are an added value. So
You
thank
are
you.
added value. That's right. I love that. I love that term.
Aw. Um, Dave saying hi to Gail. Aya says, proud of you, Inga. Maria de Los Angeles says, hello, have a beautiful morning, Alden.
Good morning, Maria.
Yes. Wow. Elizabeth just highlighted something that is so important to me. She says, yes, there is more to business than money. One of my favorite quotes is by Kevin Cruz, and he says, life is about making an impact, not an income. And for me, as a faith based person, I believe that if I'm striving to make an impact, that God will then provide my income. So Nasreen says she's proud of me and that H2HB rocks. H2HB, great purpose, humanity exists in business. It certainly does. And we need to strive to implement that. I know it's not very common, right? So Elizabeth says she always loves hearing more about H2HB and the heart and soul of the concept. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Liz.
And here, Gail pinged our friend. Hello, Elizabeth. Nice to see you here in my comments. And Russ Hedge is another great coach. I've put his name forward, and hopefully, he can be part of our family too. He also has a show. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but Elizabeth Usama, Aya and I were on his show along with a gentleman named Jay Floyd, and it was an awesome show, and we're gonna do a part two. So I'll let you guys know about it.
Awesome.
And here, Nasreen is saying hi to Russ. Yes, we still have to be careful. Yes. Some. Oh, yes, somebody. Look at this. Hello, Damien. Nice to see you here. Thank you for being and connecting and tuning in.
Hello from New Scotland, Damien.
And Russ says networking and connection is key. David says, where's my TikTok pal? Gail. Russ says, hey Liz. Hi Russ. Hey Aya. I love the networking in the comments. It's awesome.
Mhm.
And here Elizabeth says, I like how Ubuntu connects to H2HB. Absolutely. For me, Ubuntu is something, it's a concept that I grew up with and that I saw in my community growing up. So it's awesome that it's part of where we are at as H2HB. Elizabeth says, love the international connections. Thank you, Elizabeth. Nasreen is greeting. If people are greeting each other, oh, it's my pleasure. And yeah, Alden, I know Alden is like, yes, let's get her. We need to get you. So this is awesome. And Russ as well saying this is awesome. Thank you, Russ, for joining in. And Damien says, oh, Russ says, great to see you, Alden. Let's connect. So this is
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely.
awesome. So without further ado, let's bring on the next teammate that you said you brought into the show, into
Mhm.
H2HB. So can you just tell us who that is, please?
Okay, let's go with the talented and intelligent Donah Leynes.
Woohoo! Hello, sis.
Hello, sis. Saranghe.
Good good
Yes,
evening. Good evening from
yes. Good evening. Good evening from the Philippines.
Okay.
Mabuhay, everybody. Uh, yes, so my
oh,
name is Donna, and I love hearing the comments and reading them. Everyone's very active, interactive. So, yeah, so great to see you all, everybody.
thank you. Thank you for being here, Donna. It's my honor to have you on my live show. You know,
My pleasure.
I think you were my first ever live guest. Besides, actually, no, that's not true. You were my second. Lana, my 6 year old, was the first one, but you were my first adult guest. And it's awesome to have you here live with me today. Thank you for being here.
Thank
Uh,
you for inviting us to.
Yes.
I'm glad I could. You know, if I think about like when I look at you, I just think about like the journey that we've all been on, um, and
Yes.
and how we've grown over the past few months, right?
Yes, yes. I remember the first time that we met when Alden uh brought us together in one meeting. I just felt like, "Hey, I have a sister. Yay."
Yeah, you guys hit it off immediately, which was really great.
Yes, yes, we did. We actually after that initial meeting, Donna and I had our own a
Heart to
one.
heart talk.
Yeah, and it was quite a long talk, but it was good. We laughed, we
Yes.
cried, we joked. It was just amazing.
Yes, everything in between.
Yes, yes, right.
Yes.
So Donna, on my previous show when I had you live, you told me
Uh-huh.
a little story about somebody, and so now we have more people in the audience. So
Uh-huh.
can you tell me who was your role model growing up and why?
Oh, well, my mom, of course, is my role model. He's a very strong woman.
Mhm.
Up until now, I tell him of her often that, you know, I ask her actually where she gets her energy, her just the desire to always be on the go, to be cooking, working, walking, teaching, all those ing words.
Hmm.
I don't know where she gets the energy. So yeah, that she kind of sets the goal for me when it comes to service. So
That's awesome. You told us a little a little story. Do you remember
um
about
which one?
reading?
remind,
About reading
remind.
and your mom, like, what was that like growing up?
Yeah. Because you asked me. Yes. Okay. So when I was a kid, that was like, decades ago. I don't want to reveal, but whenever she taught me how to read, um, by we whenever she's doing the laundry, at that time we don't have washing machines, so those the physical things. I mean, really the tedious tasks in the province, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Um, so um, while she's doing the laundry, I would be uh, in the background reading the what, Red Riding Hood, the tales of the Three Little Pigs,
Mhm.
and all other fairy tales in there. And after that, we would have spelling game. And the most beautiful, the hardest, actually, the hardest, most difficult word for me was beautiful. I had to make up a trick in my head just to remember how is that spelled. I don't want to, mix and remix the vowels in there. But yeah, those are fun days and really inspiring memories.
Wow, that's awesome. Can you tell me, when Alden reached out to you to
Uh-huh.
be part of H2HB, can you tell me why you said yes?
Well, that's because I've known Alden for quite several months before his idea of having H2HB came out, and it's like this guy, even if we haven't even if we haven't seen each other, like every one of us in here, right? We haven't seen each other in person, but we kind of feel that we can trust each other because of how you guys reached out. I
Hmm.
was new on LinkedIn at that time. I was very hesitant. Yes, and we were introduced by Lauren to each other, and I just commented actually on one of his posts. I Do you still remember what that is, Alden?
I cannot because there's been so many posts and so many things. But what I can say, just to interrupt you for 1 second, is that we were brought together by Laura Basong Song, who's out of the UAE, who's also very interested in representing H2HB in that country,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and we were working together in the educational side, which is why she thought Donna would be a great person to connect with me because we I was working with at the Eurocenters Atlantic Canada, and because I have English teachers, academics, connections all over the world. Donna was a wonderful addition to what we were trying to do at ACLA, and we just moved on from there, or from Eurocenters Atlantic Canada. It's now called ACLA,
Mhm.
ALCA. So for us, she just seemed like a natural fit. Super smart, giving, all heart, all heart, and it was just it just seemed natural. And the fact that from a strategy standpoint, having an international field,
Mm.
Philippines was a perfect place to have somebody as giving and as intelligent as Donna on the team. It was a no brainer.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Let's just go to the comments quickly before we see get our next friend on. One moment. Let's try
Yes.
to pull
Hello there, everybody.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Okay, that's it.
Hey, Nas. Sarang.
Oh, okay, let's just doing a little bit of networking over here.
Mm-hmm.
And Liz says, "Hey, Donna." Wow. Chrislyn is. I'm connected to Chrislyn. She works with me, and our fathers were brothers. Her father passed away earlier this year,
Oh,
but she's my cousin. So hi,
Yay. Hi,
Chrislyn.
Chris.
Thank you for being here. Just as I'll just tell you quickly, Chrislyn got my name. She was born before me, and my father is the eldest of the family. So they were kind of my parents were earmarking the name Chrislyn for me, but then she was born before me, so they took it. But yeah, whatever's meant to be will be, right? That's how it is. So yes, Charlene says hi to you, Donna,
Hi, Charlene.
and some good. Oh, look. ISC.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Aya.
What does that
You're
mean?
maganda too. Thank you, maganda. Thank you, beautiful.
Oh, very nice.
That's cool.
Yes.
Liz is saying hi to Chrislyn. And here is a friend of mine that's part of my network as well. Him and I met through a networking group, and he's also all hot. That's why he's here. Hello, Denrich. Good to
Ooh.
have you. And
Hey,
Denrich,
Dan.
he's tuning in from Toronto, Canada.
Ah, welcome.
And even though we live in the same city, Denrich and I still haven't met in person. Thank you, pandemic. We'll have to remedy, we'll have to remedy that, Denrich,
Mhm.
sometime. Thank you for being here. Oh, and there's some networking going on. Donna is a great connection, says Liz.
So
Agreed.
is Liz. Very kind.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
so is Inga and John. Are you not connected to Alden yet, Liz?
Oh yeah, we're connected.
You're connected?
Yeah, we're connected.
Hey, hey,
Okay.
Damien.
Aw. And some greetings here in the comments. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Awesome to have you here and listening in. Please, if you have any questions for my guests, please pop them
Oh.
into the comments. And they'll be obliged to answer because it's live. So please feel free to pop some questions in the comments for us. Thank you. And so, without further ado, let us actually add our wonderful brother, John. Are you ready, John?
Since yesterday.
Shame, I feel bad because he's been waiting for such a long time. But thank you for being here. You can
Hi,
speak. Hello.
John.
Hey, hello everyone.
Hey, John.
You are live. Hello, John. How are you?
Hello everyone. Oh, good, good. I had a very wonderful week, and I'm ending my week with you guys and all these wonderful audience from the whole world.
Yes. Wow. It's I actually failed to mention that Donna is, yes, she's in the Philippines, but she is our H2HB representative in Asia. And now John is our H2HB representative in South America. Thank you for being here, John. It's awesome to have you.
Thank you to extend this invitation.
Oh,
I'm here
it's
for
my
you guys.
pleasure.
I just want to jump in for 1 second and to talk about how John and I met
Yes, go ahead.
through the International Education Network. So
Yes.
John had sent some students to Canada through his agency, Royal
Mhm.
American Institute. And suddenly, John and I just started talking back and forth, and he always had these great ideas. He was, like we had a real good connection, he and I. And he was like, "Oh, we need to do this. What was that outdoor planet or something where what was that Mars on Earth idea? Which I love that idea, where we were going to have this whole sustainability sphere that was going to be like an education center, and people would do things. They would grow, their food hydroponically. It would run on solar power,
Wow.
and it was just very, very cool. And I was really excited about it. And then he also ran for politics as a heart-centered individual who wanted to look at
Yeah.
helping as many people as possible. So when it came to seeing internationally who was going to be on the team, this guy had already sent me his resume 2 years earlier.
Wow. Wow. So you guys, you were connected
Thank you so
outside of
much.
LinkedIn, right? Were you
Cheers, my
connected
buddy.
outside of LinkedIn?
Yes.
Okay. And
Yes,
so then
yes,
after
yes,
that,
yes.
then you ended up connecting on LinkedIn? Yes?
I can't remember how we actually connected on LinkedIn. It might have been through me reaching out to Royal American and making
Yeah.
school connections in different countries.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
that was.
that's pretty sure how it started, but I can't remember how we got there. It was either through LinkedIn or through Facebook. I can't fully remember. That was what? Easily
I
easily for
I
4 years ago.
I perfectly remember it.
Oh.
And it was, yeah, I was looking for an inter-exchange agency in Canada to send some students. And I contacted a very kind lady. I don't exactly remember her name, but she said, well, the director is here, so talk to him. And I talked to Alden, and I was a little bit, a little bit reluctant to establish contact at first.
Right.
But then after the time, we agreed to send our first student.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in Chile feeling a little bit of uncertainty because I didn't really know where my student was going to be. And possibly Alden was exactly thinking the same in Canada. Who's this person sending me a person to my institute? And we were having the same feeling. But at the end, everything was totally solved. Was grateful my student get there, and it was amazing. Yeah, it was a
That's
very
awesome.
amazing story.
It was. And we've been friends ever since.
Yes.
That's awesome. I asked Donna this question, so let me ask you, John.
Yes.
Why did you say yes to H2HB?
Oh, I couldn't say anything else. There was no more options. It was only yes because, well, when I first contacted Alden and we started talking on businesses and sharing ideas, ideologies, and certain concepts that I felt in my heart. And as Donah well said before, it was heart-to-heart communication. I couldn't doubt it. I had to be in because we share the same standards. We share the same feelings of what a business is and how a business can impact the communities in which we live, and to give benefits, not only for the in this case the creators of something, but also for those who are using the means to connect with other people in the world who are being given the power to sell and buy and to make their life better, not only their businesses. We are going to impact direct families in the world.
Yeah. Yes. Alden, do you want to talk a little bit about our launch and the pillars upon which we as H2HB are founded on, please?
Sure. First of all, I want to talk about the origin of H2HB, and I know, I know that this was an idea that sort of I just woke up one day and I had because of a situation that I had at my previous work experience. But even though that seed was born at that time, this group has changed the way the concept of H2HB. So in essence is there, but the group, if the seed was planted, the team basically came together and watered that soil, tended to it, weeded it, changed it, morphed it into what we are right now. So the founders of H2HB, everybody who's sitting on this panel here today, had as much to do with the concept that we finally see right now of H2HB than which is a lot different than the idea that I had. The essence of what I had was there, but how we put it out there into the world is a product of everybody sitting right here right now. And that has to be said and told and understood from a leadership standpoint. It is not my ideas. It morphed right? We knew that eventually we said, oh my gosh, we're going to start giving back in service. We're going to start creating coaching. These were all the team's ideas. That's the wonderful thing about working with a team who's interested and excited and loving what they do.
Yes, absolutely. And I want to point out something actually. You
Hmm.
know, me as a person, I'm not the same person that I was last week, let alone 2 years ago, right? So H2HB as a concept will always keep on evolving and growing, right? Like I know that, just recently I suggested that we do something like networking, where we
Mhm.
can actually network with the different businesses that then sign up with H2HB. And that's not something that was initially there, but because of my experience and where I come from and what I'm doing in terms of networking, that's why I had this epiphany that, you know what, maybe something that we should do as a team and implement with H2HB, right? So we're always going to be growing, and because
Right.
if we're not growing, we're dying, right?
That's right. And one of the other great aspects about what we do as a team is that we knew that this was going to be something better. We decided that we're not going to limit ourselves to everyday type of thinking. We weren't only just going to think outside the box, we were going to get rid of the box altogether.
Yes.
We were going to collaborate
Wow.
with people, organizations, everybody in the world who wants to create positive and effective change in their communities. By doing that, we will change every community for the better. We want to positively influence, not change, but positively influence every community in which we come in touch with.
Wow.
And just the people that have come on board, you know, the Marias, the both Marias, the England one and the one in Cuba, and Damien and
That's
uh,
really,
Nazreen. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
they're just the people that are coming forth now. And there's too many
Yeah.
names. I shouldn't have started with the names because I just want you to know that you are all so appreciated,
Yes.
out there. Like, it's amazing and how they want to get into what they want to do within their own country.
Wow. Great.
How we can make this work within our own country.
Yes.
So for me, it's very rewarding because there's no real downside to what we're trying to do. It's
Yeah.
positive, 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 positive. And
Yeah.
if this pandemic has taught us anything, is we know that we need change. People are fearful. People are concerned right now. And we need to get back to trusting our neighbors again, trusting the village to raise our child. That's what we need to be able to get back to. And to help
Exactly.
small business.
Exactly. So if you visit our website, you will see, which is H with the number 2hb.com. You will see that, we want to tell you a little bit about our heartbeat, right? So it says H2HB is a group of heart centered entrepreneurs, organizations, coaches, mentors, and thought leaders who want to change the way we do business. And from what Alden is telling you, what we're trying to do is actually affect positive change, right? We're trying to make things better for businesses and also for the communities in which we all live, work, and play.
Yes.
With that, let's hold that thought. I know we can have more conversation, but let's go to the comments because our viewers are here and they're commenting live, so I'd like to incorporate them. Um, some more networking happening. I love it. Denrich says, I'm always happy to meet you all. Keep doing the amazing work. Thank you. Thank you, Denrich. We, it's what I love about H2HB. It's not about I because there's no I in team. It's all about we and what we can do, right? Right, Donna?
Agree, agree. And I love it that everyone on the comments are actually with us, and I'm so excited to collaborate with everybody.
Amazing. Yes, please, if you that are here in the comments, if you'd like to be part of H2HB, please reach out to us. We'd love to have you on board because I know my people, the people in my circle, are all heart-centered. That's why I gravitate towards you. Never mind you guys here that are on screen with me right now and everybody in the comments. I know that. So please, we would love to have you to be part of our H2HB family.
The other great thing, Inga, about joining the H2HB team, not only are you going to do something that possibly impact not only your community, your country, your continent, or the world, is
Mhm.
that it's a great way for you to get your message out there to people who have the same values and think the same way you do. So it's a great way to promote your business, to get in contact with people who you've already narrowed down to a short period. I'm sorry, John, I'm stepping on your toes. I got a feeling.
No,
No,
no, John
go,
is
please.
he's
Yeah.
trying to
No,
respond to the
I'm going to
comments
go back. Yeah.
because
Yes.
yes. So Elizabeth was greeting John and Aya. And
Hola.
look, and here is Nasreen also saying hey to John, Damien, Charlene. Wow. Gabe says, what a wonderful conversation and group of people enjoying it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Gabe.
That's right. I'm so slow on the uptake.
Oh, Elizabeth says, she meant that Donna, John, and Inga were great additions and connections to H2HB. Their unique perspectives and great hearts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sis.
Could not agree
Thank you so
more.
much.
감사합니다.
I have to say something actually, and this is just about me. You know, when I was growing up, so I have two brothers. Um, so initially it was only the one and I, right? And then a few years later, my mom was expecting. And I will say this, like every night when I would kneel and say my prayers, I would pray for a sister because I already had a brother, right?
Mhm.
And I remember the day that my father called to say, and I was the first one that he spoke to, and he said, "You have a brother." Honestly, my heart was crushed. I was 4 years old, turning 5 the next month. And I remember feeling so emotional. And I handed the phone over to my brother because basically his prayers were answered and mine weren't.
You could not cope.
No, I was so, but I have to say that, through the power of networking, I have I have so many sisters now. Donna,
Yes.
Donna, you are my sister. Elizabeth is my sister. Aya is my
Yes.
sister. Gail is my sister. Like all of you, I don't even know. I have no words. So anyway, God answered my prayer eventually. Now I have not one but many. So that's the power of networking, and it's also the power of heart to heart and connecting one another that way, right? So
Right.
let's go back to the comments. And Usama's in the house. Actually, he says Usama in the virtual building. So, welcome, Usama. Thank you for being here. And shout out International Education Networking. Wow, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And Usama's saying hi. People are saying hi to one another. This is awesome. Networking in the comments.
Good.
And Usama says hi to John, Donna, and Alden.
Ay, tama.
Hello.
And you see, here's the comment Usama in the virtual building. Before I continue with the comments, guys, whoever's in the comments, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments and we will be compelled to answer them. Just no secrets, please. There's some greeting going on. Um, Wow. Elizabeth says, ha ha ha, I can imagine the nervousness putting your trust in a stranger many miles away.
Oh yeah.
You got it.
So lucky, so fortunate, so
Yeah.
So blessed.
yeah, really, for me, it was not that difficult. I'm sorry, but these are great people, and it was easy to connect with them.
Hmm. I think, just because given the day and the age that we're in, right? There's a lot of people out there that actually get up, get dressed to go and do something to someone and take from them.
Mm.
And, so when somebody comes with this heart that wants to give, it's a little bit difficult, like to not be skeptical, right?
Yeah.
Um, but that's just the world that we live in. But I will say this: I am so glad that you thought to bring the four of us together, because man, like the team, we all have our strengths and we all contribute to the success of this team and this organization, right? So that's the awesome part. Usama says,
And
"What a lovely story, John."
mm, nice. And sis, if I may just add, that's why networking is really important nowadays, because you know who the right people are to connect with, right? Because the right people, the wrong people will eventually just will not be comfortable among the right ones. So
Mhm.
um yeah,
Wow.
this what you're doing, what you guys are doing in here, everyone in the comments. I know I see you every once in a while, every week, live on LinkedIn and everywhere. So what you guys are doing, you're promoting goodness on the internet. The ones that have had bad experiences on internet would know that, hey, there are also good people, um,
Yes,
who are sincere about connecting with others, and yeah, who just want to connect really and share each other's hearts, right?
that's
Right,
beautiful,
John?
John.
Totally agree. Totally agree. And you know what? There's something in which I believe, and I want to say it in relation to the comments I'm seeing.
Mm.
And that is what I personally call the extension of the soul. Uh, and I would like to share a short story that happened to me a couple of years ago in relation to someone who was very important for me in life, and that was my grandma. I grew up with her because my parents worked. Uh, and well, sadly, one day she died.
Mm.
And I always had a doubt in my mind, and I wondered who was the last person uh, she saw, or who was the last person was in contact with her before she died.
Mm-hmm.
And I always had that doubt in my mind, for many years. And then one night, I went to a bar, and when I entered the bar, there was a guy playing the guitar. I'm a live musician too, so I felt the that wonderful guitar being played, and I couldn't stand, the my own feelings to talk to that guy. But I
Mm.
waited a little bit, so I sat down right away in front of the bar, and this man stopped playing and came next to me. So he sat
Mm.
down next to me, and we had a conversation. He told me a sad story he went through, and I asked him, "Wow," I said, "Are you a music teacher?" And he said, "No, I'm not a music teacher." And previously, I was talking to the bartender because her husband suffered a heart attack. And I really like medicine. So I read some books and I gave her an indication on it. So this man asked me if I was a doctor. And I said, "No, I'm not a doctor. I'm a teacher." And he said, "Well, I'm not a teacher, but I'm a doctor." and uh, and after he shared his uh, his living experience, uh, well, the conversation happened, and with the time we turned into very good friends.
Mm-hmm.
But next day, when I went to my mom's home, I opened the luggage and I was looking for some, pictures and memories from my childhood. And I found a folder. And within the folder, there was a registry with the exact date where my grandma died, right? And at the end of that paper, the medical paper, there was a signature.
Don't say
And
it.
I saw the name. And it was exactly the same man I met the last night.
Yeah.
He was an old man, like
That's
60 years old almost. And I felt very happy, because that was a good man. And
Yeah.
from that day and on, I, I paid more attention to these extension of the soul because
Synchronicities.
I noticed
Yeah.
that it happens beyond life. So I felt she gave me an answer
Yeah.
to be
Wow.
quiet, to feel better in my life,
Yeah.
and to stop thinking about that period of time. You know, keep going, she said. And
Yeah.
and then I noticed how this soul, extends and produces these wonderful networks to how you meet people in life, how you impact others, a message, a word, even just a word you say to
Yes.
someone can change his life.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
really amazing.
That's amazing. That's amazing, John. Thank you for that. Holy cow.
Yeah. This is the second time I heard the story, but I will say, like, every time I hear it, I'm like, wow.
Small
Right?
world.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
let's go back to the comments just so that we can have a look at what everybody has to say. Elizabeth says, yes, great story, John. This is not from now, it's from before, right? So um Nasreen says, great to hear about all the connections. Usama says, fire. Charlene says she loves hearing this. Um, yes, H2HB is family.
Oh yeah, for sure. We are a
Yeah,
family.
we are. We are. I
With a whole bunch of cats.
We are family.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Mm.
Aya says, if the seed was planted, the team watered the soil. Wow. 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 Kristen says, amazing team. Aya says, appreciate you all. Thank you, Aya. And this is Wilma. She's also in the Philippines. I will introduce her to you, sis.
Yes,
Um,
sis.
the power of connection, right? Like, it's so crazy. I met, just if you look at it, I think about life like this. Life is a
Mm.
beautiful tapestry, and we are all these threads that are woven into one.
Yes. Right, right.
Because,
Love
like,
it.
yeah,
Mhm.
if you think about, like, like how something came about and how people meet each other, it's like, really, it's so intricate, right? But really, in the end, it makes this beautiful tapestry.
We chose LinkedIn to be to launch our awareness, um, our brand awareness on LinkedIn, because that's the number one place to launch a brand awareness.
Yeah.
And then making all of these great connections within that platform and finding people out there who are gravitating to you or you're gravitating to them
Hmm.
for on a much minor level, the same way these, as John just finished saying, these synchronatic experiences that we're all having
Yeah.
that are kind of driving us all together and creating a positive field of energy that we just want everybody to go out there. We want everybody to be involved and and to take as much responsibility for it as you want to.
Yes. Yes. Right. I see Kristin says positive and effective change. You know,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I love. Like we as H2HB, yes, like we all have our own things that we're doing, right? We
Mm,
all, everybody on the screen, everybody on the executive board, we all have our own businesses. We all have our own families, of course, like, but we're taking some of our time to give back.
mm-hmm.
And that's
Yes.
and like Alden says, you can choose how little or how much you want to give, right?
Right.
Um,
Yes.
Maria is agreeing with Nasreen. Oh wow. Elizabeth says, seed planted, team watered, and the product is on fire because of the people behind it, the founders and the community around. Yes, like I said,
That's right.
Ubuntu means I am because we all are. And literally, H2HB is because we all are, right?
That's right.
Like,
What a beautiful world.
Yes.
there's a lot of comments. So I just want to go through it. Wilma says, hello, everybody. Maria says, love my dream team. We love you. We love you back, Maria.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
She is.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
Alden and Maria saying hi to each other, and yeah, again. And Elizabeth says, yes, Alden, get rid of the box altogether.
There is no box.
There is no
Yeah.
box. Literally, like if you just look at us, we don't fit into a box. Normally, um,
And sadly,
sadly, you would not see a team of people like this in one space, right?
Yeah.
It is sad because you know what, like there's a saying that I grew up hearing, and it says, variety is the spice of life. Because we are so diverse, we bring so much into this beautiful melting pot, right? And we're creating H2HB, not just the four of us, but our extended people as well, all our supporters. We're all forging H2HB together. That's the beauty of it all. That's really the beauty of it.
and we want leaders.
Yes. Yes. This is why we're on this show. We want to be able to tell everybody a little bit more about H2HB than what you've seen on our LinkedIn page, on our website. We want to show you our hearts. And we want to invite you to come and be part of us because this is what we're all about. We're all about connecting hearts, right? Here we go. Here's another comment. Yes.
Agreed, Maria.
Wow. Elizabeth says H2HB globally. Yes. Trusting the
Yes.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Trusting the village.
Yes.
We're going global. Global is the new term.
Global.
Yeah, we're going global.
Yes,
Globally
I like
and
that.
Love it.
locally.
Yeah.
Local it is.
Beautiful.
Um, do you want to read us Nasreen's comment, John?
Whatever you do it with love and from your heart. Oh, yes. Yes, my dear friend Nas, you're absolutely right.
That girl
Yeah.
makes me laugh every single day. She makes me laugh. I love it.
Oh
Yes,
gosh.
an everlasting energy.
Yes. Usama says, I'm truly enjoying this exemplary conversation. Thank you, Usama. This is for you, Alden. Go ahead and read it.
Handsome guys in there, plus kind and lovely. Oh my
Oh.
God. Thank you so much. It's certainly true in John's
I
case.
know. I know how you feel, Maria.
Donah.
Nasreen agrees with her.
Yeah.
With all of you. Jump in it, fireman. Oh Lord.
I love it.
Amazing.
Usama's a fire walker.
Yeah. Donna, do you want to read this comment here?
Yes, amazing family you all have built. True, true, Sister Charlene.
Thank you,
Come
Charlene.
join us.
Yes,
Yes, come join us.
come with us.
And bring your friend Call with you. She
Ooh.
knows what. Charlene has a live show with Call Sean Watkins.
Okay.
So I mean yeah, Call is also very much about being vulnerable, being
Uh-huh.
authentic.
Vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he speaks about vulnerability, and that's so very rare in a man, right? Because we
Mm-mm.
all have, and not just a man, but us as people, we all just feel like you don't really want to show your true self. I had a great conversation with Usama once, and on my show, and he said, somebody asked him, "Are you the same person online as you are in person?" And
Mm-hmm.
I, and that's kind of crazy to think, right? It's crazy to think if you think about it, Alden. Like, how does anybody have time to be more than one person?
Oh, you know,
Yep.
we are conditioned. We are so conditioned by our environment to do any million of things at any one given time. The brain basically is lazy and will go to a default setting every single time, and that default setting is programmed by the collective consciousness, what we see, what we view, what we read, everything. So therefore, we are multiple personalities at once, and hopefully those ones that we want to expose or show people that is who we are most of the time, because sooner or later
Right.
you're going to figure out who they are. This is the thing about
Mm,
coaching.
Yes.
And I agree with you with men sometimes are a little bit more have a hard time showing their vulnerability, but
mhm.
usually in about session 3 you'll get that clue that you've been looking for, that sets their
Yeah.
mind free, or you can give them the tools to set their mind free. And yeah, I think generally men are a little bit more shut down than women, or it might take us a little bit longer to get there. But I think that's also a bit of a generalization.
Yes, it is. It is. It actually it's from person to person and depending on your EQ, right?
Exactly.
Um, but anyway, let's go back to the comments. Usama is asking me a question,
Mm-hmm.
but really, Usama has more than 100 shows. He's asking me how can I start streaming? What are some of your tips? So, okay, maybe he's asking this on behalf of some people. So I will just say, um, get in touch with me. I'll help you if you'd like to start streaming. Um, it's a little more complicated than what I can answer right now, but yeah, get in touch with me and I'll help you.
I'm assuming for somebody like Usama, who's a firewalker, this is going to be a short learning curve.
No, he has he has a show, so it's
I
not
know.
for him. He's asking me to share a little bit, but I'm
Ah,
happy to share if you'd like to start streaming. Anyone, please come and ask me, and no problem. And here,
Yes. I
oh,
remember, sis. You're helping others how to stream. Your videos opening is I hate videos. Now come on.
yes,
Right?
that was my first video, and like I said, we all evolve over time, right?
True,
So
true.
yeah, like if you had spoken to me 6 months ago and said I'm gonna have a live show, I would have been like, you're out of your mind.
Now you're out of the box.
Yes, yes, right, exactly, Alden. I'm out of the box.
and you can't find that box anymore. That box is gone.
It is, and you guys have all helped me in that. I I really am because of who you all are. I've learned so much from all of you, and I'm just so grateful to be able to share this platform with you and to share our hearts with people in the comments, people that are viewing us right now. Um, and Elizabeth says the extension of the soul. H2HB,
Nice.
yes, that's what we are. We're an extension of our souls. And Osama's agreeing. Nasreen says she's sorry for your loss, John. And she says John
Oh, that
rocks.
was a long time ago, but it's here in my heart.
Mm, mhm, mhm.
I'll
And
never
yet,
forget. I'll never forget that great meeting that we had with Alejandra Proust, and when she was launching,
Oh, yes.
Breaking Boundaries, and Alejandra's an amazing soul. If you haven't connected with her, people out there, please do.
mhm.
And then it was such a feel good moment. And then John pulls out his guitar at the end of it. It just seems so
Right.
perfect. It just seems so perfect.
Yes,
That was a great night.
Couldn't
absolutely.
agree more.
Mhm.
Where's your guitar, John?
Uh,
Yeah.
by the way, okay, let me tell you guys a little side note.
Mm.
Every single meeting we have, Donna teases either John or Alden or both of them. But it's like, like I remember when I was growing up with my brothers, I teased them, and I think that's where she's coming from. It's just
Yeah.
a place of love and of sisterhood.
Yes,
She has an amazing ability to keep us all a little bit loose and a little tense at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Usama
I
says,
think sometimes I have the same ability.
no, you don't. You're so full of heart and love. No.
Yeah, agreed.
Uh, Usama says his sincerest condolences for your loss. And Elizabeth, the same.
Aw, hugs.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you read
Agreed.
that, John? Read it.
Oh, John, I felt so close and natural. Our first video conversation. Oh, yeah, that was
Mm.
great. I remember it. We had a
Yeah.
very wonderful conversation, and you helped me to understand also what's currently happening in Cuba. And our hearts, our souls are with all of
With
you
you,
there in this wonderful
Cuba.
country.
Mhm.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you
Agreed.
so much, Maria,
Agreed.
to be with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's special.
Yes. Aya says, condolences to you, John. Maria says,
Oh,
awesome, John.
thank you.
Thanks for sharing. Charlene says, amazing. And her condolences as well.
Mhm.
Kristen says, amazing
Agreed.
story, John.
Agreed.
Really, really impactful. Yes, I love
Mm-hmm.
that story.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. And I have a
Maria,
message for all of you too.
go ahead.
Remember that if you feel you are in a box, just open it. And when there's no sunlight, you can go walking, look at the sky, and you're going to see the moonlight. So there's
Mm,
always light with
Aw.
you.
it's always light, right?
So just keep walking. That's all. That's life.
That's right.
Yeah,
Keep
Right.
moving forward.
yeah, yeah. Maria says, we will always be a family. Yes, we will. Um, will connection reach Cuba someday? Yes, that's our plan.
Yes. You're there.
Maybe an AGM in Cuba.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that
Oh,
would
yeah.
be awesome. Some networking going on in the comments, and she says, let me tell you guys, you are also a blessing to be in a great physical shape. We are constantly jumping from LinkedIn to Facebook and others.
Yeah.
Yes.
So true.
Maria's everywhere.
Yeah, I have to. Well, I think this pandemic has basically slingshotted us into the future. Certainly from a technological standpoint, we've been propelled, I would say, half a generation into the future. And
Mhm,
given the fact that the online business now has become a $5 trillion business as of 2021, that's projected. That's
mhm,
64% of the world who are making up that amount of money have used this online for the first time, like all purchases. So
Mm.
therefore, whether you agree with it or not, we're no longer using real money in the world so
Yeah,
much.
Yeah.
And this may
must be
be a
aware
part
of
of
it.
the evolution, and certainly the technological evolution that's happening is brought on also by the spiritual evolution that's happening within this globe period right now. And the thing about H2HB is we don't, just because we're all about heart and about kindness and inclusion and love, does not mean we don't want you to be successful and succeed. On the contrary, we want you to succeed and be successful more so than you've ever been. Part of that is just about living outside of work,
Mm.
being better to your
Right.
family, being better to you, being better to all those that are in your sphere, being
Yes.
kinder, gentler, more loving, and having the time to nurture yourself. That's all we're saying.
Right.
I'm just posting the comments. We can always go back to it. Maria says she's so grateful and lucky to meet you all. Kristen
Grateful to
says
you too.
Aya. Aya is next. Laugh out loud. Let's get Aya on live. Yes.
Yes,
And
Aya.
yes. It's gonna be awesome. Paradoxical situation, Alden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Love you guys too much. Love you too. Love you
Right
all.
back at you. Right
Sarangayo.
back at you.
And Osama says John is dropping some bangers. And mic drop, yes. So just to wrap up, I actually would love for each of you to talk a little bit about the pillars upon which we are built. But Alden, if you can start and just tell us what they are and lead with yours, please.
Okay. Well, the H2HB concept is made of three basic pillars. The first one is the international platform. So this is basically a platform for businesses, associations, organizations who have the same values you do. So you'll be able to, if you're a business and you want to be part of the H2HB platform, you'll be able to do business exactly with those people. You'll be able to buy, sell, trade, network, um, sell their products there. You'll be trained on an e-commerce platform, and this is mainly for people who need help with technology and also getting your word out there to an international audience. The second part of the platform is coaching and mentoring. Everybody on this group and this panel is a coach or a mentor or both. And one of the things that we can do is help businesses realign with the new world, the post-pandemic world, whether that's through technology, whether that's through mindset exercises, whether that's getting out of your own head. These coaches are there for you to give you the tools that you'll need to be able to succeed in the future. And the third aspect of H2HB is giving back to the communities in which H2HB actually exists. And I'm going to stop it there.
Why?
Because I'm afraid that maybe somebody else will want to talk about service or the
Yes,
coaching and everything else.
yes. So thank you. Thank you for letting us know about that. And let's go to Donna. Donna, let us know what is the pillar that resonates with you the most?
Yeah, we're very vocal about what resonates with us the most, and for me, it's service. Just like what Alden said, it's giving back to the community, and I love it when you started it with 40 for Inger, right? Where we involved and encouraged our connections and the online friends to, spend some time with someone for 40 minutes, give a portion of their time
Mhm.
to someone to coach them, or just to spend some time online. And I like it. I met again. a student of mine whom I haven't seen for a long time. Like she was in grade six the last time we saw each other. Now she's a chef.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we kind of like put in together plans of her having her own um, a book of how to cook, how to prepare pastries and things like that. And it was just amazing, going back to our memories of training volleyball together. And now this girl has is a grown up woman and thinking about having her own book and all those things. And I thank you for that opportunity. This is I would love to have this kind of community in person, everyone working together and serving our own community, in Canada, in Chile, and yeah, Canada,
All over the world.
All
all
over
over
the
the world.
world.
Yes, and in South Africa, who else is here?
Egypt,
Yeah,
Egypt. I
Egypt
Egypt.
and
We have
Usama.
Scotland. Yeah, who else? So everyone here in the United States, where are you guys, wherever you are our connection to the world. You are H2HB in your own way and in your own space. So we'll be happy to have you, and everyone around you would be happy to um, bringing together hearts that are of service to the community. So that's it.
well
I love
said.
it. I love it.
Wow.
Thank you. Let's
Yeah.
just look at this comment quickly. Elizabeth says, yes, mentor or coach to help your business, giving back to the community. That's for you, Alden.
Mm.
If just before we go to the next one, let me just say again, if you have any questions for us, now's the time. As we're wrapping up, please.
Yes, ask John everything. And
John, you're
I'm
in the
here to
hot seat.
answer.
So, John, can you tell us a little bit about the last pillar, please?
Uh, yes, of course. Okay. Uh, well, there are some important things I would like to mention before, and it's going back a little bit to what Alden and the team have expressed, that how important it is to impact our communities. Uh, through the political process I went in the past, I only discovered one thing, and it was that there are so many people out there waiting for an opportunity to expand their businesses or to be heard and
Mm,
supported in their
mm,
ideas.
mm,
And there's no better window in the world in which you can contribute to your community than giving the power of taking their ideas,
mm,
their products, their
mm.
initiatives to an upper level and to make them known globally.
Yeah. Wow.
Other
Well
important
said,
thing
John.
is to mention that we all here have agreed to start this great initiative worldwide, provoking this
Change.
positive impact.
Yes.
Yes, positive impact. That is how most of us are working with some communities. I personally do every Sunday with a wonderful group of people. Patricia Pesci, Patricia Pesci from Argentina, our dear friend Andrea del Pilar Pinzon from Colombia, our close and lovely friend from Chile, Alejandra Praus, who I'm talking every
Love
day.
her.
A wonderful soul, all of those
Yes.
people I
Oh my gosh.
mentioned. They are
Yeah.
great
And
souls.
Peter.
And we are impacting positively a community in Tanzania where we are giving part of our time to teach them essential things in education. It's a micro
Life skills.
heart educational program. That's how
Yes.
we call it. And we have learned so much from these kids. I think more than they have learned from us.
Wow.
Interesting.
So, and that
Yeah.
is the way we wanted to start. Because many businesses, going to the
Mm,
market, they are succeed, start growing, they go globally. But we decided to make it, the other way around, to start from impacting positively.
yes.
Action. Yeah,
That
that's
is
right.
the best way a business can get confidence and trust
Mhm.
from everyone.
Wow. Wow. So thank you,
Yep.
John. I have a comment that I'd like to show all of you.
Hello, Alejandra.
Alejandra.
Hello, Alejandra. So glad that you're tuning in and catching the tail end of it. Where you actually, we spoke about you earlier on, but now
Mm,
we're talking about you again. So
hmm.
happy to have you here. Thank you, sis.
She's setting
Um,
up. She's setting up and working with John and putting the coaching team together, which we're
yes,
very grateful for.
yes. And Alejandra says it's the best initiative, something that the world needs, people need. Yes, absolutely.
We
It
are
takes a
blessed.
village to raise a heart.
It does. And that's
Yeah.
part of what Ubuntu is actually. It takes a village. It's part
Mhm.
of Ubuntu. So it's crazy. Like, and it's true what Liz said, how Ubuntu really just ties in
Mhm.
with this. And I thank you guys for your time. Thank you for being here. It was really, really such an honor to have you share my platform and to be able to share what we are about as a team. Um, you guys have really changed and impacted me and my life. So I thank you.
Thank you too, sis.
Exactly. It goes both
Yes,
ways. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
thank you
yes.
for having
Thank
us all
you.
here.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you
my
so
pleasure.
much.
Alden, do you have final words for the viewers, please?
I would say that um, for everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. H2HB is looking for leaders. We want people like you who are in your own community to take the word and our core values and make them your own. You have the opportunity to change not only your own community, your own country, or even your continent. And we are going to do this one community at a time, and we're going to do it through the platform of business and
Hmm.
helping. So please contact anybody on this board if you want to get involved with H2HB and not necessarily just to become a country leader or a district leader. Perhaps you've got a skill that's useful. Perhaps you're a designer or you are a lawyer or you're an accountant. Please, anybody can get involved in this team, and we are all about collaboration. So
Yes.
if your organization, if your association wants to become an H2HB associate, let us know. We are open to collaboration.
Amazing. Thank you, Alden. Final thoughts from you, Donna?
Yes, H2HB is about communities, changing communities. And we started from our own, this small number of a group here. We are four, but we're getting bigger and bigger because you are there. So we'd like to, you are inspiring us to get closer to more communities in the world and to have a bigger reach there because we know that there are a lot of people that are who are looking for hearts to connect with, so it might be you.
Yes, it might be you. And we're looking for that positivity, right? We all are, especially in this situation where we're in now, where we're forced to be. We
Yes.
all need positivity in our lives. What about you, John?
Well, just
Any
say that
final
there's
thoughts?
any other way to grow. Uh, the most beautiful way to grow is sharing love and expand our souls. As I said before, you are
Yes.
all cordially invited to be part of our greatest family. We are reaching you in this moment, and you are absolutely welcome to be with us and be part of our team. Y también quiero decirle a todos los hablantes latinos, hispanos del mundo, que son cordialmente bienvenidos a H2HB, una plataforma que busca cambiar el mundo a través de generar negocios desde el corazón. So you are all welcome.
Thank you.
Beautifully said.
Alden, where can people find you online, please?
People can find me online. I am available on LinkedIn, of course, Facebook. You can find H2HB in Facebook and Instagram. We're looking for a young youth ambassador to take over TikTok. So if you have a youth ambassador who's outgoing and doesn't mind putting themselves out there to share the values of H2HB, we'd love to hear from you.
Wow, awesome. Thank you, Alden. What about you, sis? Where can people find you?
Well, I'm also on LinkedIn and h2hb.com.
Woohoo! Yes. And
Yes.
John?
Well, you can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and in my home. So you are cordially invited to my home. Come on.
Awesome. Awesome. And if you'd like to send us an email, you can do so by sending an email to info@h2hb.com, or you can send an email to
Yes.
one of us by using our first name at h2hb.com. And I'll leave you with this. This is our H2HB website. If you'd like to check us out, please go ahead and do so. And thank you very much to everybody who tuned in here today. Thank you, guys. I will send you back to the green room, and I'll be with you in just a minute.
Thank you so much, Inga.
Thank you to everyone who was tuning in today. I appreciate you, and we appreciate you. If you would like to be part of H2HB, please, I implore you, whether you know what kind of time commitment you can make or not, whether you know what your contribution can be or not, that's fine. Reach out to us. We would be happy to connect with you, and we would be happy to explore how we can collaborate with you. It has been an awesome show, a little bit longer than what I'm used to, but that's okay. This is life, and this is love. So I leave you with that today. Have an awesome weekend. Have an awesome Friday, and I'll see you back here next week. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. Bye-bye.